What's up, everybody? Wayne Duncan, No Vision Duncan, and we back with year 5 of the Madden 22 Cincinnati Bengals Realistic Rebuild. If you didn't, make sure you tune in to part 4. We ended up going 8-9, missing out on the playoffs again for the Super Bowl or nothing for part 5, year 5, episode 5, Super Bowl or nothing. Shout out to the Bengals in real life for making the AFC Championship game, beating the Tennessee Titans. They got the Kansas City Chiefs. Gonna be a tough one, but shout out to them boys, man. Shout out to McPherson, one of the best young kickers in the league right now. Shout out to Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, Joe Mixon, all them boys, man. But let's see if we can do the same thing and not only get to the AFC Championship game, let's get to the Super Bowl. Super Bowl and nothing. So let's waste no more time. Let's go ahead and meet the final squad for the preseason. And I didn't mean to click that. So, we got Joey B, Cigar Burrow, Joe Burrow. He's going to be sitting out for the preseason. We don't want to go into the final year with him hurt on the bench. So we got Jake Fromm and this rookie, Max Bradham. They'll compete for the backup starting job. Joe Mixon's going to be sitting out. We brought in Myles Gaskin. We saw that the Ravens were going after him in free agency because they're in our division. We went ahead and stole him away from them. And then we got some decent backups. We got Jarek Stark, drafted him. He'll be competing for the third running back spot. Sherwood's been a great fullback ever since replacing Samaje Perine. And then Jamar Chase, he's going to sit out. T. Higgins going to play a little bit, but not too much. Gooden, who was our first-round pick last year, replacing Tyler Boyd. We let Tyler Boyd walk. Didn't want to pay 3 receivers. So we got the new big 3. And then this right here, Robbie Hardiman, was a draft pick last season. He had an okay rookie year, ended up getting hurt at the end of the year. He was a third-round pick. I wasn't going to rely on him. Got injured end of the year. Who knows? He didn't get hurt. Probably could have won one more game, made the playoffs. So what we did was we got this guy, Antonio Wheeler, traded down in the draft, got him, and got another guy that I'll show y'all later on the defensive side. We got him in the first round. Tony Will is going to be a first-round pick. Didn't have a dev trait. He missed out. Passed on another tight end. I forgot what team he went to. But 22 years old, 74 overall. They'll compete, but we looking for Wheeler to be that starter. Another weapon for Joe Burrow. And then the offensive line, been the same. That was our first priority, year 1 and 2. And then Randy Baker. This was computer, I ain't gonna lie. Computer helped me out. I simulated the draft. They took him in the 4th round. 73 overall. He sat behind Sam Hubbard. We ended up trading Sam Hubbard away because he was regressing, wasn't producing, wasn't getting enough sacks. So this would be his first year starting. So we traded Sam Hubbard to let Randy Baker get some reps. And then Trey Henderson, he's been here the whole time, getting older but getting better. So he's the new leader on that D-line. And then this is the other guy that we got along with the tight end. Larry Woodley does have the hit a dev trait, another first-round pick for us. He's going to start or compete with B.J. Hill for that DT1 position. Eddie Fitzsimmons, who was a low 67 overall starting rookie last year. We had no choice but to start him. And look what he did. 117 tackles, 8 TFLs, 4 sacks. Went up a dev trait, got star dev. Think he won Defensive Rookie of the Year. Eric Kendricks brought him in as a Band-Aid. Really didn't perform that good. Former Viking. But we got this guy, Lee Barron. Another good draft hit from this season. He'll compete for the starting job. 2nd-round pick. He'll compete with Kendricks. Logan Wilson, who got robbed of his X Factor. Got X Factor, and then they took it away from him. Didn't even knock him down to superstar. I don't even want to talk about it anymore. But look at his numbers. Probably his best year of his career while being the X Factor, and he got knocked back down to star. It's whatever. Chidobe Awuzie, he's another one where he's had superstar, got knocked back down to star, went back up to superstar, and then got knocked back down to star. But he's been CB1. He's played well the whole time. Becton, who I thought would be a bust, he played well, had his best year last season. And then we got Cowan. This is probably like one of the weakest spots on our team, but he's finally going to get a chance to be that cornerback 3, that slot cornerback. He's been stuck cornerback 4. And then Jesse Bates. Wasn't playing like Jesse Bates first couple of seasons, but he had an okay year last year. But we thought we was going to trade him, but he's back to being, Jesse Bates. We had to bring in Richard LeCount III for him to play like Jesse Bates. So I went ahead and brought him back, and he'll play a little bit of cornerback 4. And then Jimmy Ward, who replaced Von Bell, he's been great ever since he came in. He did lose his star depth trait, but, he's getting older. So it is what it is. And then McPherson, who sent the Bengals to the AFC Championship game in real life, was the best kicker in the league last season and got robbed of the Kicker of the Year award. But that's the squad, and shout out to Brian Minshew, great draft pick, punter. So let's go ahead, waste no more time, get on with the preseason so we can get to the Super Bowl, man. Got to get to the Super Bowl. Got to get to the playoffs first. We ain't made the playoffs in 2-3 years, couple years, so got to get to the playoffs first and foremost. And we're 2-0. I don't know if that's good luck. I don't know if that's bad luck. We actually go undefeated in the preseason. Now, for the backup job, Jake Fromm got outplayed by the rookie, so Jake Fromm will be cut. Bradham will earn the QB2 spot, backup quarterback. Myles Gaskin, that's what we brought him in for, to be the backup running back. Sherman start, they played well. Jake Fromm had a rushing touchdown. And then Sean Gooden, I think he's going to have a breakout sophomore year in the slot. And then Wheeler and Hardiman, 7 catches, 6 catches. Wheeler had more yards. Hardiman had a touchdown, but we're going to go at Wheeler. We'll get them both some catches, just to be fair. And then Joe Clement, I don't like that, man. Backup tackle giving up 3 sacks, 3 games. But he's a backup, so I don't feel like signing no other backup anyway. Then Fitzsimmons led the team in tackles. Barron, 16 tackles, 2.5 sacks. Now, he probably played more than Kendricks. Kendricks was okay. We might keep him as a backup to, mentor and tutor. Had a field goal block. Let's go ahead and make the final cuts and get this Super Bowl squad ready. So we got to make a lot of cuts, 13. So first off, Jake Fromm got outplayed. Not even going to upgrade him. Cut. And then we're going to keep Sherman. We're going to keep Stark. So Kai Hart, there's room for you on the practice squad. Gaddis, one of the return guys, won't be returning this year. He'll be practice squad. We don't need 5 running backs. And then for the receivers, we did draft Calvin Tompkins. I think he was a 6th-round pick. We wanted him to be receiver 4. It looks like he'll be receiver 6. So all these other guys, Temple, cut. Woodard, practice squad, cut. Keep 3 tight ends. We brought in John Bates, be the 3rd tight end. Clement, I'll spare you for now. It's going into your 2nd year. You can stay back up, even though you gave up 3 sacks in the preseason. Barker. We brought back Joseph Asai. I wish I would have got rid of Sam Hubbard earlier in the rebuild. That way we could have developed Joseph Asai as our future starter. It didn't work out, but we're going to bring him back for the final year to be a backup. He's still 25. And then, let's see, we brought in Mo Hurst. Don't need Caruthers. We brought in Mason Wallace, another good, decent draft pick. And then I think, because we wouldn't save that much money cutting Kendricks, we're going to keep Kendricks on the team, but Barron's going to be the starter. We're going to keep Robertson. We're going to keep Chapman. But below, gotta go. And then Becton, Cowan, McDaniels, Harris, Tolbert, practice squad, Balmer. All these guys go on the practice squad. They're lucky they're not getting cut. Now, LeCount, he's going to be our backup free safety. And just because he lit a fire under Jesse Bates, he'll also play cornerback 4, maybe even a little bit of slot corner if Cowan ain't playing well, if he ain't balling. We got a lot of 50s on this team, man. Hitchens, practice squad. That should be the last cut. We should have enough people on the roster now, and we do. Let's go ahead and upgrade the team. And let's get ready to make the playoffs, man. And you already know what it is for the goal, man. Super Bowl or nothing. That's all we want. Now, we do got to make the playoffs first. We've been 8-9 the past couple of years. Came down to like the last games of the season. So we can't have that this year, man. We need to get off to a hot start. Let's go ahead and do the depth chart. So you know who QB1 is. Joe Burrow. They calling him Joe Shiesty now. Joe Burr. Joe Burr. I call him Cigar Burrow. QB1. Should be X Factor. Balling out with that superstar dev, though. Got Joe Mixon. Finally got his X Factor. Finally making the Pro Bowl. Finally getting his due. And then Myles Gaskin, we brought him in. Stolen from Baltimore. Sherwood Bates Harden. Yep. Jamar Chase got his X Factor. You got T. Higgins, who had a down year last year, but Gooden. They should be straight. And then Wheeler might be a Rookie of the Year candidate. You got Corbett, who was our first signing, first year. Hanson, Jackson Carmen's been our best lineman. And then Toby Young, who should not have superstar dev after the way he played last year. But superstar dev tackled that the draft king, me, drafted. Randy Baker, he might have a breakout year. We traded away Sam Hubbard, so no more white boy duo DN. Trey Hendrickson is the last one left. Brought back Joseph Asai. And then we're actually going to start the rookie Woodley over B.J. Hill because B.J. Hill played okay last year. Really didn't do that much. And we got Fitzsimmons, Wallace. We'll go Kendricks there. Actually, do this. Like that. Jimmy Ward, Jesse Bates. I'm going to do a count. Get return. We're not going to have 2 running backs. I'm going to do the rookie Shark since he's a 4th cornerback. We'll do Shee Smith. And for punt return, we'll do Gooden. Kickoff start McPherson. Corbett, yep. Mixon, do it all. With Gaskin behind him. Slot, I'm going to go with Jamar Chase this year. Go with Jamar Chase. Seems like Burrow played bad once we got rid of Tyler Boyd. I don't know if Tyler Boyd was his favorite target, but we're going to do the LSU boys. We're going to put Jamar Chase in the slot. T. Higgins. Hendrickson. Osai. And then we got Baker, Barker. We're going to go Woodley. Then Hill. Then Hurst. And then we're going to go Logan Wilson. And we're going to go Barron. And Fitzsimmons, who went up to start there last year. And then for slot corner, I'm going to do Cowan. And then LeCount. Then Dobbs. So that's the squad. Year 5, Super Bowl or nothing. Let's get it. Got the Cardinals on the road. Not even going to look at the draft prospects because we ain't doing a year 6. And we win big, 35-24, putting up points. shutting the pass game down. We did have a turnover, though. Didn't matter. Joe Burrow got to Kyler Murray 4 times, 4 sacks. Myles Gaskin, that might have been the most underrated free agent signing from this past free agency. 19 carries, 80 yards. Look at that. 20 for Mixon, 19 for Gaskin. So we just running the ball. He averaged 4.2. That might have been what we needed all along. And look at that. Even Sherman with a 5-yard carry for a touchdown. So all our running backs balled out. They did they thug. T. Higgins, Myles Gaskin, 3 catches, 44 yards. So he's balling out already. Rookie Wheeler, kind of disappointing debut. Hardiman's back. There we go, that superstar tackle giving up sacks again. Trey Hendrickson, only white boy left. No more Sam Hubbard. He get a sack and a half. And then Baker, first career start, he get a sack. B.J. Hill getting a sack. Logan Wilson with a half a sack. Awuzie, who's been up and down with the superstar dev, he gets a pick. And McPherson, even though he missed the extra pointer, he was 3 for 3. So good first win. Good way to start year 5. Jackson Carman, he's been past couple seasons, he's been on and off with injury. As long as he's back, though, we got Baltimore. I know they pissed off. We stole Myles Gaskin in free agency from them. I think they swept us last season. Couldn't stop Lamar, and we still can't stop him. Still can't stop him. Ran all over our ass, man. No turnovers, though. Couldn't stop Lamar. They put up 21 in the second quarter. A.J. Dillon, so that's who they brought in. They couldn't get Myles Gaskin, so they brought in A.J. Dillon. He ran all over us. Lamar ran all over us. But look at that. Myles Gaskin got a touchdown, though. I think Henry Ruggs killed us last season. Killed us, literally. And then Tutu Atwell, Mark Andrews, the touchdowns. Corbett, Young, giving up sacks. Of course, superstar Young is going to give up sacks. So, disappointing loss. We was on the road. Brush it off. Can't win them all. Tennessee. Now, we got to stop Derrick Henry. I know we just let the Ravens run all over our asses, and we get the dub. Get the dub in Tennessee. Joe Burrow. Or, for year 5, I'm going to call him Joe Shiesty. Or Joe Burr. And we did shut down. I mean, that's shutting down. 86 yards, that's shutting down when it comes to King Henry, Derrick Henry. T. Higgins went off. Jamar Chase went off. They got Michael Pittman Jr. now on the team. Gooden went off, so all the receivers balled out, along with Joe Mixon. B.J. Hill, he's playing his ass off now that he's DT too. Must be mad at me for demoting him. But he's playing well from that position. We're going to keep him right there. Don't got to worry about the contract negotiations because this is the final year. And we got the Cleveland Browns, 2-1. They've been dominating the division the past couple of years, and they still dominating us. 31-17. Lose at home. Ran all over us. For some reason, we can't stop the run. And they got Teddy Bridgewater. Get up 4 sacks. We couldn't stop Nick Chubb or this Dakota Booker guy. Jamar Chase did his thing. Gooden. And look at, oh my God, man. I really wish Madden would have just took Kobe Young superstar dev trait away and either let Awuzie keep it. You could have let Logan Wilson. You want to bump him down for X Factor, let him get superstar. But come on, bro. He's been the worst offensive lineman on our team. Doesn't deserve superstar dev. Larry Woodley, the rookie, 2 sacks. B.J. Hill's been going off. Trey Hendrickson. McPherson made his field goal, so he was not the reason why we lost. And we're 2-2. And the division has been hard as always. Myles Gaskin back from injury. That's probably why we lost last game. He's been the MVP so far. And let's see if we can get swept by the Ravens again 2 years in a row. Nope. We're going to split with them. Then we finally shut down Lamar Jackson. And this time we killed them with their own tricks. Ran the ball all over them. No turnovers. Great on third down. Lamar Jackson still had a good game against us. Joe Mixon, Myles Gaskin, MVP Myles Gaskin. T. Higgins with a rushing touchdown. Antonio Wheeler, so the rookie tight end, finally getting his first career touchdown. Jamar Chase has been on one. And Randy Baker getting a sack. McPherson not missing field goals. He better win kick of the year this season. Got robbed last season. My favorite team, Pittsburgh Steelers. Don't know who their quarterback is. And we get the dub. So we go to 4-2. And we shut the run down. We turned the ball over twice. But we was able to hold on. And they got famous Jameis. Killed us. He's been killing us. I feel like ever since they brought in Jameis, they've either beaten us or even if they lost, he's put on a performance like that. So shout out to him. Myles Gaskin, man, MVP. MVP. T. Higgins with a touchdown. Antonio Wheeler, back-to-back games, touchdowns for him. And then Trey Henderson with 2 sacks. All right, and we do have an injury. And it's that hurts. Lee Barron, the rookie. So that's why we kept a veteran like Eric Kendricks as a backup. Just for that reason. And we do got a breakout player. Now, we haven't, ever since year 1 with BJ Hill, we ain't really hit none of these. I don't think we hit any other ones after that. But this is Baker. Get a chance to go up to Star Dev. You can get it against the 1-5 Jets. It's capable. And we lose. But did he hit it? I don't think so. And the streak continues probably with these dev trait scenarios. We can't hit it. We can't hit on it. I don't know why Bradham got in, threw a pass, probably on a trick play. Ronald Jones doing his best Myles Gaskins impressions. Deontay Harris killed us, but Jamar Chase showing why he's wide receiver 1. Did he get it? No, he did not. So Baker failed. Makes me feel like I should have kept Sam Hubbard. Fitzsimmons is back from injury. We're having a couple injury problems. Make sure I put him back in because you know how Madden. Why would they take Logan Wilson out? That's what I'm talking about. Okay, my bad. I thought this was sub linebacker. So this is left outside linebacker. And then make sure that the sub linebacker is not messed up. So not even gonna click it. He didn't hit it. 4-3 Bears. We at home. Let's get the dub. We need it. 34-13. That's what I'm talking about. Man. We need to start winning these games because it seems like the past couple seasons towards the end of the season where we really need to get the dubs and win the games to make the playoffs. We've been taking L's. Turn the ball over. But we shut down Justin Fields. Joe Mixon, 200 yards rushing. Myles Gaskin back to being Myles Gaskin, getting them touchdowns. Tyler Boyd, the former Bengal. Wish I could have kept him. I probably could have kept him. I think we had the money, but it's business, man. But glad he had a great game, but I'm glad we got the dub. 2 sacks for Henderson. 1 sack for Woodley. Cowan, the pick. My cornerbacks really ain't been getting no picks. They've been kind of disappointing, but hopefully they locking up the receivers. But they ain't really been getting picks like that. And it's the halfway mark, so we ain't going to look at contracts, but we are going to upgrade. And let's take a look at Larry Woodley. He had a hidden dev trait. See what he was. Probably star. Yep. You know, Madden don't like to be generous when it comes to superstar, X Factor when it comes to the hidden dev rookies, unless you're the computer. 3-4 Patriots, and we get the dub. So we're looking good right now, 6-3, on the verge of making the playoffs. That's our first goal, make the playoffs. They killed us in the passing game, but they turned the ball over way too many times. Mac Jones threw 3 picks. We gave up no sacks. Tyler Johnson just went ham, man. But it wasn't good enough to beat us. Joseph Ashai, shout out to him. Glad I brought him back. He got a sack. Jesse Bates, Awuzie, Cowan. Just when I was just talking about the secondary. Guess that's what I'm going to start doing. Just talk shit about them more. There's a lot of fire under them. Fitzsimmons, he's been on and off hurt. I don't know what's going on with him. Had a great rookie year. And because he's getting hurt, I'm thinking about making him linebacker 3 and then going with Kendricks. Since he can't stay healthy. We need you out there and you can't stay healthy. Got another injury. Oh, my God. Having a great year. And now he's out. Joseph Asai, finally get your chance to start. That's why we brought you back. 6-3, 6-3. This is probably the lead for the division. And, of course, the Browns have been kicking our ass when it comes to these important games for the division. And we get swept by them, so we have to win out. I don't know why we can't beat the Browns, man. Why can't we beat Teddy Bridgewater? Gave up 5 sacks. I bet most of those sacks was our superstar tackle, Young. 2 for Young. 2 for Jonah Williams, who's our highest rated offensive lineman. 5 fucking sacks for Myles Garrett. Awuzie with a pick. Why we can't beat the Brownies, man? Who's back? Trey. There must be a glitch or something. So Trey Hendrickson was out for 4 weeks, but now he's back. So really, you could have played in that game against the Browns, but we needed you, and you decided to sit out. I should bench him for 4 more weeks for that. But I'm not going to. Year 5, we need him to get to the Super Bowl. We got a bye week. Everybody get healthy. Let's take care of business against the 6-4 Packers. We're still not out of the division. It's really close. Anybody can win it, even the Steelers. And we get the dub, barely, 1 point. Doesn't matter. All that matters is we got a dub, keeping our playoff hopes alive. Pretty even game. I don't know how the hell we won. And Wheeler had himself a day, career day, 2 touchdowns. Gooden's been kind of disappointing this year. Ross Becton gets a pick. So secondary starting to play good ever since I made that comment about them not getting enough picks. And we're 7-4. We're a game behind the Browns, tied with the Ravens. Hopefully the Steelers fall off. We just got to keep winning. 7-4 Bills. So it looks like the AFC is going to be tough. So all these games are important, and we get the dub. 8 wins. We've had 8 wins the past 2 seasons. Can we get past 8 wins? Shut the run down. Passed all over them. We weren't that good on 3rd down. Doesn't matter. Mixon, 100 yards. Jamar Chase, 100 yards. Higgins, basically 100 yards, 2 touchdowns. And shout out to the Bills, too, man. That was a crazy game. Probably the greatest playoff game ever between them and the Chiefs. I don't know how I feel. I'm kind of torn in between the overtime rules. I don't know if they should change them. I feel like each team deserves a chance with the ball, but at the same time, like defense, I know it's more of an offensive lead now, but like defense got a job too. Like if the defense can get a stop, then maybe you can win the game. But I don't know. Y'all let me know in the comments how y'all feel about the overtime rules. Should they change or not? Me personally, I'm torn between. I don't know. But let's see. Barron's back. Gooden is back. Didn't even know Gooden was hurt. Must have got hurt in that last game. Just make sure he's not the slot, and that is Jamar Chase. I believe Barron is back. And we're going to start him. Over Kendricks. Even though Kendricks isn't playing okay. We've been winning games. We can beat the 5-7 Lions, and we don't. I just had a feeling we was going to take an L to them. I was going to say, if we won that game, we were looking good for the playoffs. Now I feel like we're going to melt down. 1 third down conversion. You're not going to win. Converting on third down one fucking time. Ryan Tannehill. We just have this trend of losing to these weird quarterbacks, McPherson. Injury. LeCount. Great. Now Jesse Bates will not play like Jesse Bates. 3-10 Dolphins. Can we get 9 wins against the? We do. Okay. I was finna snap if we didn't get that dub. So 9 wins. Last 3 games are the Steelers, Broncos, Vikings. Both teams ran the ball like crazy. They killed us in the passing game. I don't know how the hell we beat them. They didn't turn the ball over. We did. We probably just got the ball last in the 4th quarter. Even their backup threw a touchdown against us. But Myles Gaskin, the former Dolphin, getting revenge against his old team. And even Sherman got a touchdown. Devontae Adams killed us. Christian Kirk. Wheeler with a touchdown. Jamar Chase. The other tight end, Hardiman, shout out to him, accepting his new role. Randy Baker with a sack. McPherson didn't cost us this game. Hate losing games because of kickers. LeCount's back. Got the Steelers. Can we sweep them? We're a game behind the Ravens, tied with the Browns. Steelers are pretty much out of it. Happy about that. But can we go on a run and win a division and we put up 52 against the Pittsburgh Steelers? I love it. I love it. Shut them down. 33 yards rushing. They did their thing with the passing. They thug with the passing. We shut them down on third down. They were very aggressive on 4th down. That's Mike Tomlin. That's Mike Tomlin for you. 6 red zone touchdowns. Jameis Winston, I told you, ever since they brought him in, he's thrown for 4 touchdowns every fucking game against us. But we got to him 5 times. Mixon and Gaskin. Fullback Sherwood, who's been kind of quiet. Juju killed us, but Jamar Chase. Being Jamar Chase. Trey Hendrickson's back, 2 sacks. Cowan, Wilson, Woodley, Baker, so the D-line. McPherson, not missing. And look at that. It took us year 5, rookie running back in the 7th or 6th round. I think it was the 7th round. Jarek Stark with a special teams touchdown. That's what I'm talking about. Haven't seen one of those in a while, in a minute. And we're 10-5, 3-way tie for the AFC North. It's going to come down to these last 2 games. So let's go ahead and upgrade the team. It's going to come down to these last 2 games. Now we've been, I don't know. It's 2 games left. Denver Broncos, 7-8. 82 overall, just like us. They're actually a little bit better than us on defense, but we're better than them on offense. Let's get the dub. Hopefully the Browns and the Ravens lose. We lose, of course. Now, with the Browns winning and they swept us, we can't win the division. Actually, the 6th seed. So I don't know if we take this L, what's going on with the Raiders or who's behind them, but we pretty much need to win this game to keep our asses in the playoffs. Let's take a look at the standings. Oh, I'll be so fucking bloated, bro. If we miss out on the playoffs again when it comes down to the last game of the season. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, and you know what? I didn't even see the X by our name. So we are in the playoffs. So we finally are going to get back to the playoffs. So that's the first dub of the video. Even though we go on a 2-game losing streak to end the season. And I'm not even going to look at that last game. I'm just going to look at the final stats. Patrick Mahomes led the league in passing yards, 62 touchdowns, 62 tutties for Pat Mahomey. Gardner Minshew, who I think is a great backup quarterback. I think a team needs to actually go out and trade for him in real life. And then one of my favorite young quarterbacks, along with Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert, 3rd place. And then you had Nick Chubb, Joe Mixon actually coming in 2nd. Josh Jacobs, and then Kevin Griffin, Michael Thomas, Chris Godwin. Kevin Griffin is probably a auto-generated player. Aaron Donald, DeForest Buckner, Marcus Davenport, Jamil Dean with 5, Desmond King, Adoree Jackson all with 5. Then Devin Bush, Nick Bolton, and Tremaine Edmonds. So we had the 10th offense, Joe Burrow. Let's see more yards than that. 14th defense, so we like middle of the pack. 7th in points scored. 21st in points allowed. Now, way too many picks with Joe Burrow. I don't like seeing under 4,000 yards. The sacks improved. Joe Mixon has been the most consistent player this whole rebuild. Look at the numbers. The numbers don't lie. Was getting snubbed out of Pro Bowls, snubbed out of dev trades, but finally got some respect with my boy name. Myles Gaskin started off hot, slowed down, still had a great year as a backup. Sherman had a great year, I guess, as a 3rd running back. Fullback kind of had a down year. And then Jamar Chase, Mr. Gritty himself. T. Higgins, another good year. Okay year. I'd like to see him hit 1,000. And then Wheeler, look at that, 66, 6, and 6. 6, 6, 6 for the rookie Antonio Wheeler. Could win Offensive Rookie of the Year if it doesn't go to a quarterback. And then Gooden with a horrible 2nd year. Like, those numbers, we could have kept Tyler Boyd. When we had Tyler Boyd, we had 3 1,000-yard receivers every year. I just didn't want to pay 3 receivers. I was being cheap. Trying to be realistic, though. Young, that's better than the 20-some sacks he gave up last year. Hanson from the center position, that's actually kind of bad. But Corbett and Jackson Carman. Jackson Carman's been the best lineman on our team. And then Austin Corbett was one hell of a signing. He was an actual first signing in free agency for year 1. So I'm glad we paid him, brought him in. Then on the defensive side, Logan Wilson, kind of a down year. Probably the whole defense had a down year. Chidobe Awuzie, I don't know what's been up with him. He's been up and down, superstar, star, superstar, star, superstar, star. But the past couple seasons, after getting robbed of his depth trade, he's still playing like a superstar. So I'm glad I kept him as cornerback 1. We never signed nobody with a higher overall than him, never drafted nobody with a higher overall than him. Put our trust in him. He's been balling out. Howland, his first year as a slot cornerback, great year. Jimmy Ward, down year. It's probably his final year anyway. Jesse Bates, I'm telling you, man, has not played like Jesse Bates. Was injured on and off. Simmons down second year. Okay year for Randy Baker, his first year starting. That's better than or almost the same as Sam Hubbard last year. Trey Henderson got hurt for a little bit, but he was hot. BJ Hill had a hell of a year as DT2. Okay year for Larry Woodley, the rookie. Let's look at the picks. We ain't had that many picks. So force something for Awuzie and Bates. At least Bates did something. A block for Jimmy Ward. And we actually had a touchdown. So Jesse Bates he did a little something, had a block, had a defensive touchdown. We had 2 extra pointers blocked. So that's 3 total missed, but McPherson again only missing 2 field goals. So hell of a year for him. And then we actually had a special team touchdown. You rarely see that. So shout out to Jarek. And yearly awards, MVP went to, I knew it, Patrick Mahomes, 15-2. They'll probably win it all. Coach of the year, Mike Tomlin on the Jaguars now. And look at us coming in at number 5. Offensive player of the year, Patty Mahomes. Joe Mixon at number 7. Defensive player of the year, DeForest Buckner. Offensive rookie of the year, Sean Lucas. We had Wheeler at number 3. Defensive rookie of the year, Chad Oden of the Colts. We had Woodley at 4. And Barron at 10. Best quarterback, we had Joe Burrow at 9. Joe Shiesty. Joe Mixon at number 3. Jamar Chase, runner-up. That Griffin guy with the Chiefs at number 1. Creed Humphrey, so the Chiefs just dominating. Forrest Buckner, D. Lyman. We had Trey Henderson at number 9. If he didn't get hurt, he probably would have been up there. This is linebacker. You had Bradley Chubb, Rocky Sin, Awuzie at 4, so he'll probably go back up to superstar, then get knocked back down to star or normal. And then kicker, I believe we were robbed. McPherson should be way up down the list. But got back to the playoffs. It's year 5. Super Bowl and nothing. Got the Jaguars. Trevor Lawrence. Probably going to send us home. Let's take a look at the bracket, though. And they are the 3 seed. Chiefs got the number 1. Giants. NFC got the number 1 seed. Shout out to them. So Ravens, Bengals, and Browns. So we had 3 teams in our division. Best division in the league. 3 teams in our division make the playoffs. Let's go ahead. And I don't feel confident about this team. We didn't play that well this season. Barely squeaked in the playoffs. Won't be surprised if we don't make it to the Super Bowl. But let's see what happens. And we actually get the dub. And look who we have to play. MVP Patrick Mahomes. I believe they've been to like 3 or 4 Super Bowls this whole rebuild. I think they won a back-to-back Super Bowl. And we ran the Joe Mixon. Need to call him Joe Shiesty. Forgot his name is Joe, just like Joe Burrow. So we got 2 Joe Shiesties on the team. So we actually shut down Trevor Lawrence. Joe Shiesty Mixon. This is what we're going to call Joe Mixon, Joe Shiesty. Joe Burrow, Joe Burr. So Joe Burr and Joe Shiesty did they thug. So Myles Gaskin might have got hurt. Jamar Chase, Mr. Gritty, and T. Higgins and Wheeler. Shut down OBJ. Jonah Williams giving up a sack. That's okay. Ross Becton with the pick. McPherson with a field goal. And we move on to the second round. Which I think we've got to the second round year 1. But now we got the juggernaut. Kansas City Chiefs. Patty Mahomes. Can we get the upset? Probably not. Not confident. They'll probably score on the first drive. I believe we got the offense to shoot it out with them. I think this is actually the AFC Championship game in real life, and I think I have the Chiefs winning that one. But the Bengals, can't count them out, man. They got the offense. They can run it up with the Chiefs. So Mahomes gets the ball first. Force them to a third down. They get the big play to Travis Kelce. And is that a penalty? Oh, we get Trey Hendrickson sacked. So they don't score on the first drive. So that's a dub for us. Joe Mixon. We got Robbie Hardiman getting a catch. So we're using both tight ends. I love that. Feeding Joe Mixon. T. Higgins with a catch. Get the big play for T. Higgins. Joe Mixon. Joe Mixon again. Feeding Joe Mixon, or should I say Joe Shiesty. They go Joe Burr with a run. Scramble. Feeding Joe Mixon. And we might get a touchdown on our first drive after stopping the Chiefs. And we do. Jamar Chase actually gets a rushing touchdown. So coach getting a little creative. And look at that. We make the Chiefs punt on their first two drives. And Jamar Chase, 95-yard touchdown pass. We're up 14-0. Can't count the Chiefs out yet. They can score just like that in the blink of an eye. Kevin Griffin, that wide receiver of the year guy. We get a penalty against the rookie Larry Woodley, so a rookie mistake. Mahomes running it. Griffin, and it looks like they might finally put some points on the board. And Griffin, so we had a rushing touchdown with Jamar Chase, and they get a rushing touchdown with their receiver, Griffin. Joe Burrow gets sacked. T. Higgins gets the first down. And if we score on this drive, the Chiefs are going to be in trouble. Tell you that right now. Chiefs are going to be in trouble if they can't stop us. Sean Gooden, he's been quiet. I want touchdown here. I don't want a field goal. We go for it on fourth down. Myles Gaskin gets it. I love the aggressive play calling, and we get the touchdown. You can't kick field goals against the Chiefs, man. You can't. I love the play call. Coach being aggressive. Let's get the ball back at halftime. What the No comment. No comment. Y'all saw it. Y'all saw it happen. That was just Madden's way of keeping the Chiefs in the game because they don't want the Chiefs to lose. It's programmed. It's written in the script. They're not supposed to lose. Big penalty against L'Jarius Sneed. Jamar Chase. We need a touchdown here, man. That was just bullshit, man. 3 seconds to go. We finna get the ball at the half, and they just get an instant touchdown. Look at that penalty against Ross Becton. So we making dumb mistakes. They get a penalty, but then they get the big play to Griffin. We're up 2 touchdowns, though. Trey Hendrickson with his second sack. We get the punt. Let's put them away. We get a touchdown here, we can put them away. And we punt the ball, but we got them down there. Great punt. About to go to the fourth quarter. We can't let them score. Can't let them back in the game. Kevin Griffin getting hot. They feeding into him. Travis Kelce getting involved. And they get the big play, and they get the touchdown. So it's a 1 touchdown game, 1 possession game. Can we put the game away? Oh, my God, bro. And just like that, tie game. Now what are we going to do? How are we going to respond? Wheeler. Mixon. Punt. And we go for it on fourth down again. And we get the big play. T. Higgins. Can we get the touchdown? I swear to God, we better go for it. We better go for it. And we kick the field goal. That might have lost us the game right there. We get all the way down there and we can't score a touchdown. We've been scoring a touchdown all fucking game, huh? Big penalty against Chidobe Awuzie, and they get the touchdown. 2 minutes. Can Joe Burrow lead us down there for a touchdown? And we're done. Wait a minute. We're not done. We're done.
Their coaching staff, they were pretty adamant beginning of the year. Our goal is to get to the Super
So we went up big, 28-14. They get a touchdown with 3 seconds to go at the end of the half. Kind of like how they did in real life when they scored against the Bills. 13 seconds to go. They get a pick, tie the game. We go all the way down the field, go for it on fourth down again, just to get stopped in the red zone, kick a field goal. They get a touchdown. We're driving. We get sacked. Penalty, 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 and we lose. So that'll be another L. We're 0-2, no Super Bowl yet. Still don't know what would have happened with that Bears rebuild if I didn't hop in and Madden, being Madden. But 5 years, we made the playoffs only twice, got to the second round twice. Would have loved to get to a championship game just like the Bengals in real life. Definitely would have loved to get a Super Bowl. But let's go ahead and look at the final squad. Oh my God, man. I feel like we could have pulled off the upset. But Joe Burrow, Cigar Burrow, found a cigar and then just went out again past couple seasons. Joe Mixon, the most consistent player the whole rebuild. I'm glad he finally got his X factor. Probably got a couple Pro Bowls. Jamar Chase, almost a 99, got his X factor. He was definitely wide receiver number one, just like his jersey number say. T. Higgins was all right. Gooden had a great rookie year. Replaced Tyler Boyd. Sherwood was a great fullback. Wheeler had a great rookie year. Not even going to talk about that guy. But as you can see, we're the draft king, man. We know how to draft the dev traits, the good overalls, but he did not play like a superstar. Jackson Carman developed him really good. Definitely didn't play like a 75 overall. Hanson was solid. Corbett, one of the best signings we made so far. Jonah Williams was okay. He developed. And then on the defensive side, kept Hendricks through the whole rebuild. He played great. BJ Hill was all right. Woodley, would love to see what he would do in the future if we did more years. Baker was okay, replacing Hubbard. Wouzier back then. Wouzier definitely should have kept his superstar dev trait. Jesse Bates was not Jesse Bates. I don't know who that fraud dude is. And Logan Wilson, I guess, got hurt in the playoff game. Got robbed of the X Factor. But that's the thing. Madden keeps robbing me of my dev trait. So who knows if I would have won these 2 Super Bowls, with the Bears, if they didn't rob me of my dev traits, who knows what would have happened. Definitely if I didn't hop in that game. Who knows what would have happened with this rebuild. How far we would have went if I didn't get robbed of those dev traits. But it is what it is. Failed to win the Super Bowl. 2 playoff appearances, 2 divisional round appearances. But that'll wrap it up for the Cincinnati Bengals rebuild. Still don't know who I'm going to do next. Probably going to stay with the alphabetical order, so probably the Buffalo Bills next. But thank y'all for watching Bengals rebuild. And, oh, man, I can't believe we lost that game, man. Sucks. When are we going to win the Super Bowl, man? We got to get our first dub. Got to get our first dub. But I'm out of here.